I have been through 3 decades of technology, and I feel like now technology is changing even faster than it did 10, 15, 20 years ago. I was there when the first IBMs came out. I trained people in their first Microsoft computers. I used the first bone cell phone, the one with the big antenna on the top. There weren't any iPads, there weren't any touch screens. That is how far back my experience goes with technology in business. But since I've had kids, I have realized that there are a few things in life that never change. So my kids are now 16 and 20. So if you're going back to work in September, or maybe even you're a graduate and you're starting work soon, I'd like to give you a couple of things that I think never change. The person who shows up dressed for business is ready for business and means business. The other thing that I find really important in a job is taking ownership when you make a mistake. You can have 30 years experience, you could be in the job a week. If you make a mistake, the best thing you can do is own up to it, but at the same time present the solution on how you're going to resolve that problem. I find that integrity is always your personal magic. Now, the next tip I am going to share with you, I learned in Germany. I worked in Germany for 20 years and I have never seen any culture use time so efficiently. And that is be 10 minutes early for everything, whether it's a job interview, whether it's a meeting, whether it's a school drop off. I find that when you're 10 minutes early, you don't arrive sweaty under the arms, frazzled, focusing on not being late. If you can be 10 minutes early, you can prime yourself, you can set intentions, you can send your kids off to school nice and calmly with a kiss and a smile. For me personally, I found that being 10 minutes early for everything just gave me peace of mind. Tip number 4, and I know that we are encouraged to be vulnerable and to speak about our personal problems and to take advantage of well-being programs at work. I'm very old-fashioned in this opinion. Those who don't share their personal issues at work always come across as if they're more in control. They resolve their issues outside of work, and I've always done that. I have never made my colleagues my best friends. I have never got drunk at a Christmas party or gone to the pub with my colleagues afterwards and had a few drinks. I have always kept my personal life and my business life completely separate. And it's only been to my advantage. The less people know about you personally at work, the better. And the reason for this is people at work are also going through things. If people know too much about you, they can use it as a weapon, and they do. They've got something on you that they can use on a bad day or when you're not performing, they will use it. So the best thing to do is to keep your personal life completely out of work. That is my personal opinion. And the last tip, tip number 5, is always treat everyone that you meet at work, in the supermarket, on the train, with respect and kindness. Everyone is going through something. You don't know what's going on. So even when someone is rude to you, if you can push your ego aside and really just try to, like they say, kill them with kindness. When people have snapped at me, I've asked them, are you okay? I've bought them a coffee. It doesn't always land in the best way. Some people get really offended. But if I know that I've always been kind and respectful, it gives me peace of mind. We are all humans and not just job titles or mum and dad. So those are my top 5 things that haven't changed over the last 25 years as a professional, and I hope you found them useful.